Miyoko here. Welcome to the 5th episode of Dragon Anime Store. It has been 2 months since this show started, and it only took this long to talk about a show I've been actively avoiding until now. The plushie was just too good to pass up, so might as well watch the show and talk about it now for my displeasure. The rest of the products, I love their shows, so let's get started by eating our vegetables first, shall we? Sailor Moon plushie, Luna. 6 inches or 15.25 centimeters. Sailor Moon is the famous Magic Girls anime that everyone thinks of. It was most popular during its 1992 to 97 run. It had a reboot series called Sailor Moon Crystal from 2014 to 16. Both were produced by Toei Animation. The reboot was created to be more faithful to the manga series, which were created by Naoko Takeuchi. Fun fact, she's married to the creator of my favorite anime series, Yoshihiro Togashi, the creator of Hunter x Hunter. As mentioned in the previous episode, I don't like magical girl shows, and this show is why. Let's just get through it quickly. Usagi Tsukino is a 14-year-old girl who finds a black cat with a bandage on her head and removes it. The cat later visits Usagi in her room and begins to talk. She introduces herself as Luna and is the guardian for the Moon Kingdom. The bandage covered her moon crescent mark, which blocked her powers. Now she can talk and give Usagi the power to become Sailor Moon by creating a brooch out of thin air. Luna also grants various other magical devices over the series, also out of nowhere. Just roll with it as anime. Luna gives Usagi the mission to find the other sailor soldiers, and together they'll fight the forces of evil. The sailor soldiers must also find the Moon Kingdom's princess and the legendary silver crystal before the evil Dark Kingdom can use it to revive their queen. I barely got through watching the pilot episode of the original series, but when I watched the reboot series, I had a much easier time. I even watched the second episode before tapping out. It did a better job building up the story and having it pay off. Luna acts more like a character and less of a nag in the Sailor Moon Crystal. I forgot so much of Sailor Moon as a kid. It's best to watch Sailor Moon Crystal when watching a magical girl show for the first time. Even so, I still don't like the magical girl genre. I was able to watch the abridged series and it was more entertaining. It's no Team 4-star Little Karibo, but I wouldn't be able to enjoy the original Sailor Moon series otherwise. Due to the animation quality of the 90s, Luna was seen more often as purple than black, hence why this plushie is purple instead of blue or black. It's based off of the Luna of the original series. If I get more Sailor Moon products, then I wouldn't mind watching a few more episodes from Sailor Moon Crystal, but not too much at once like I did with One Piece. Now to get on to the rest of the list. They should all be familiar as I talked about them before, and I love them all. Danganronpa Backpack, 50 by 30 centimeters or 19.5 by 11.8 inches. This is another accessory from Chiaki Nanami of Danganronpa. We did her hairpin, which was really cool, and now this backpack of hers is pretty cute. Danganronpa is a Spike Chunsoft video game series that has an anime series produced by Studio Lerche. Danganronpa was created by Katsutaka Kodaka. It's a mystery-filled situation where a group of highly gifted high school students are held against their will. They're forced to kill each other and then find the killer, or else the whole group except the killer dies. The game is only won when a handful of students are left and have successfully deduced the killer multiple times. The way the killer is dispatched when found guilty by majority vote is dramatic, to say the least. Danganronpa is known for Monokuma, the way killers are pronounced guilty, and the pink blood. The characters are also memorable as they not only have grand ultimate talents, which give them admission to Hope Peak Academy. The character design of Danganronpa are also done well, as they're all immediately recognizable. They also have unique personalities, Chiaki's special talent is being great at games, and she has a straightforward personality. Chiaki quickly became one of my favorites in the Danganronpa anime series during the Despair arc, the second arc of Danganronpa 3, the end of Hope's Peak High School. With a great twist that you wouldn't see coming if you didn't finish the second game, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. You have to pay attention to what happens to Chiaki in the end. I thought Chiaki wasn't an entertaining character at first when I saw her in Danganronpa 2. She grew on me, and a hairpin was a nice touch, but it didn't win me over in the end. It was her personality and her story that did. I never saw her back in the game, so I never noticed a full view of the cat backpack. It's not game-related like her hairpin, but it's still cute. Pink isn't my favorite color, but I still think this is a good backpack to have for everyday use if you like pink cats. If you ever cosplay as Chiaki, make sure to get the hairpin and the backpack to complete the look. Next up is everyone's favorite superhero anime. My Hero Academia figure, Dabi, 7.1 inches or 18 centimeters. My Hero Academia was created by Kohei Horikoshi and has been produced by Studio Bones since 2016. My Hero Academia features in a world where quirks are a enormity and heroes are qualified professionals. Of course, as there are professional criminals for police to fight, there are supervillains to fight superheroes. The number one hero, All Might, kept the peace, and the power of supervillains was diminished to common criminals. However, that never lasts, as an organization gathers with the sole purpose of destroying All Might, the League of Villains. A simple name indeed. Dabi was one of the first members to join after a serial hero killer named Stain was captured. Stain's proclamation of how heroes were unworthy due to popularity and money, motivating them to save people. This riled and inspired many villains and criminals to come out of hiding and start fighting heroes under Stain's cause. It's unclear exactly what about Stain's mission motivated Dabi to join the League, but he never strays from it. He's not really much of a team player, but he wants the League's resources and connections to help achieve what he wants to do. He becomes a key player and strong fighter for various villains and criminal organizations. His quirk cremation grants him pyro-telekinesis powers over his blue fangs. However, if the battle goes on too long, parts of his body shrivels and dies, hence all of the scars on his body. It gives him a threatening look, and knowing about this weakness, it makes him look more battle-hardy and a master of his quirk. This figure shows Dabi in his villain uniform. It's a good figure to have for any fans of the League, and of fire quirks in general. I would like to see Todoroki, a fellow fire quirk user, and Dabi fight fire to fire. It would make a great animation spectacle. Next is the folktale-like anime that gets more interesting the more I watch it. Demon Slayer figure, Inosuke Hashibira, 5.5 inches or 14 centimeters. Demon Slayer was created by Koyuharu Kotoge and produced by Ufotable. I neglected to mention the creator last time, so sorry about that. I've only been watching the dubbed version of Demon Slayer, which hasn't yet shown how Inosuke joins Tanjiro or why he wears a boar head, but I read ahead so I get the gist of it. I am liking the creativity of the blood demon powers though. Demon Slayer is a world of demons and magic. Tanjiro goes on a journey as a rookie demon slayer to avenge his dead family against a powerful demon, traveling with his sister Nezuko, who has been turned into a demon herself due to the event. Tanjiro must also find a cure for Nezuko. Along the way, Tanjiro runs into a fellow rookie demon slayer who graduated from the same trials, Senutsu Agasuma. Senutsu can become grating really fast, and any character who meets him feels the same way. They both travel for a bit when they find a strange mansion and two scared kids nearby. The little kids say their brother was taken inside the mansion by a demon. Tanjiro leaves a closed box containing Nezuko due to demons being instantly killed by direct sunlight. so that she can guard the kids and have them wait outside. The kids got scared by the box though and quickly followed Tanjiro and Zenitsu inside the mansion. The mansion magically changes rooms, separating Tanjiro with one of the kids and Zenitsu with the other child. Tanjiro runs into the demon responsible for the changing rooms. The demon spins the room and claws the room as he beats the many drums that are attached to his body. Tanjiro is still injured from a previous fight between two other demons and has to protect the child and is being turned around as the room spins around and turns upside down. In the middle of the battle, a mysterious boarhead wearing Demon Slayer bursts into the room to fight. The boarhead wearing Demon Slayer doesn't care who he fights and cuts with his dual-wielding swords, even attacks Tanjiro. Tanjiro and the child get separated from the demon and the boarhead wearing Demon Slayer. They continue to be lost in the labyrinth-like mansion. So Inosuke does join Tanjiro as an ally somehow after they all escape this mansion. He's still a brash and crude fighter. He constantly challenges and goads Tanjiro and random people into fights. Tanjiro is kind-natured, so he always refuses. Inosuke always overestimates his strength, which makes him a good swordsman but will most likely end up in a death match just to prove himself. He wears this boar's head because he was raised by boars as a child. I'm not joking, yet it explains a lot. This figure shows Inosuke wearing his distinguishable boar's head and his twin blades. The blades are riddled because that's how Inosuke made them for more damage. He's a really strange swordsman through and through, making two demon swords serrated like that. Last but not least is, you guessed it, a show I seem to talk about in every episode I do, and I honestly don't mind at all. Dragon Ball Z plushie Majin Buu, 8 inches or 20.3 centimeters. Dragon Ball Z is a great show that every fan should watch, at least a little bit in order to know about it. Just like you have to know what magical girls are. It's just basic anime knowledge necessary in order to talk/make fun of anime in general. If you don't like shonen fighting shows like Dragon Ball Z, then please give Team 4-Star a try, as they've abridged the series up until the Cell Saga at this point in time. They're great and hilarious. The plushie we're talking about today is from the Majin Buu saga, which came after the Cell Saga. Goku has died fighting Cell and has been dead for years. He gets a chance to come back to life for one day so he can fight a world martial arts tournament. Goku's friends and family come to participate, and his second son, Goten, gets to meet his dad for the first time in 7 years. Shin, a Kai who went to the tournament to warn the Z warriors about Majin Buu, and an alien wizard named Babidi who plans to wake up this strong fighter. Shin brings the Z warriors to Babidi's ship to stop him. During the fight with the warriors and his henchmen, Babidi sees Vegeta as a strong and potentially evil fighter, and casts a spell to control him. Vegeta accepts the Majin powers and disobeys Babidi at every turn, only wanting the powers to make himself stronger and fight Goku. The Majin powers make Vegeta evil, and he destroys a crowd of people, forcing Goku to fight him seriously. Goku moves the fight from the tournament arena to avoid further collateral damage. Babidi takes advantage of the fight and uses the energy to revive Majin Buu. Majin Buu has a lot of versions, and the first version upon waking is Innocent Buu. He acts like a child and in a carefree manner. His body works like gelatin and reforms when damaged. His most terrifying power is turning people into snacks. Yes, I said most terrifying because afterwards he eats them, therefore killing them. Like all of Goku's friends, Buu does eventually reforms and becomes an ally to the Earth. Majin Buu's design is unique and it's the best pink thing I ever seen. Still don't like pink, but his plumpness makes him soft and squishy to play with. Glad to have made it this far, and thank you for watching. It has been a pleasure. I mainly made this YouTube channel to watch anime and then talk about what I thought about them. Featuring new products for the online store was more of a side thing for anyone who was shopping around. for that missing item they didn't know they need until they saw it. Basically like any experience at a comic convention. I mostly wanted to be able to experience new anime once in a while and teach others about anime. Despite the popularity of all of these anime that I talked about today, and most other anime that have influenced other anime and media throughout the decades, there are many people, mainly kids, who don't know about some anime, or none at all, and are starting out, especially as time goes on. I hope everyone who watches this show enjoys it. If there's a product or simply an anime you would like for me to talk about and feature in an episode, please comment or private message me on YouTube or our various social media. I'll add your request to the surveys on our Facebook page that has 10 possible products that anyone can vote for. The survey will close after an episode has been aired, which is every other Saturday. So please vote for the top 5 products that you would like to see here. Thank you and see you next time. Don't forget to always share the fan love.